holds the seller responsible for paying for them. It doesn't say for the buyer to pay for them. It says for sellers to pay for them. You choose to pay for them. I have, can you bill escrow? You can have a written agreement from the seller. Any questions?
In other, it could cover HOA report, HOA.
So HOA is the last one right here. It says homeowners association documents or others. What is other really when it says HOA? What is another cause that is attached to HOA? Let's say in Irvine or Foothill Ranch or Melrose. Now, are in new areas specifically that are being built right now? Are Melrose like for a long time, or are they for a short time, or
20 years, 10, 20 years.
Okay, so you gotta find that out. You gotta find that out. Mostly that I'm finding out that property in Foothill is for 5 years. After 5 years, that particular cost disappears. All right, so we jumped a little bit, and it says 1, order reports and disclosures including those specific in 7C, and then 2, advertise and market the property by any method and in any medium selected by broker, including MLS and the internet. And to the extent permitted by this media, control the dissemination of the information submitted to any medium. And 3, disclose to any real estate licensee making an inquiry the receipt of any offers on the property and the offering price of such offers. You guys remember when Michael talked about that last week? That is this paragraph right here. The paragraph specifically tells you that you got to communicate what you have in the table unless what? That the sellers told you not to. Has the seller ever told you, don't tell anybody? But in the marketplace, let's be all fair, in the marketplace, it is exercised caution to the fact that give me your highest and best. When I say that to you, I'm saying I'm not going to tell you how much is the property, so give me your highest and best. Now you gotta make a decision on how you exercise that, because you can say it, but if the seller didn't tell you, don't tell them, or tell them, can he come back to you as, you know what, so and so told me you told him the price that I had in this offer. So what's best practice? Come on. What's best practice? Martin, what's best practice? Do you tell them?
But to me, what I know about disclosures is disclose, disclose, disclose.
Okay.
So I always follow the rule because you just keep it out on the...
Okay, so you do tell them.
I'll follow that rule first, unless there's an exception, but...
Okay. So really think of yourself. How is it that you're following it? How is it that you want to do it going further from here? Be very careful on how you do it, and make sure you feel good about the process on how you're doing it. Okay, and when you have 10 offers and you told all 10 offers what 1, 2, and 3 were, maybe that sequence is not necessarily going to apply, but one of them is going to complain. Okay? All right. Where are we?
5 minutes.
7B, seller agrees to consider offers presented by broker and to act in any good faith to accomplish the sale of the property by, among other things, making the property available for showing in reasonable times and subject to paragraph 3F, referring to broker all inquiries of any parties interested of the property. So whose responsibility is to tell the agent anybody that is interested on the property? The seller. The seller agrees to consider offers presented by broker and to act in any good faith to accomplish the sale of the property. That statement is very bold. It's not in bold letters, but it said it's the responsibility of the seller. How many sellers do you have that change their mind or don't want to look at property? How many sellers don't want to look at properties that are lowball?
Offers, you mean?
Yeah, offers that are lowball. All right. So here is like highlighted this part. Seller is responsible for it, and I want you guys to really pay attention to this because look how it reads. Seller is responsible to determine at what price to list to sell the property. So you are merely somebody that is giving information as to the comps, the market, and anything else, however you want to call it. But essentially, the seller per contract takes the responsibility of the price being listed on the property. All right? Actually, we talked about C. We're going to go to D. Seller further agrees to indemnify, defend, and hold broker harmless. Marco should be very happy for this. I'm very happy. Defend and hold broker harmless from all claims, disputes, litigation, judgment, attorney fees, and costs as arising from any incorrect or incomplete information supplied by seller, or from any material fact the seller knows but fails to disclose, including dangerous or hidden conditions of the property. If you get something out of this class, get this particular part. And learn how to explain that to the seller, that it's imperative that he be truthful as much as he can to tell you. A lot of times we sell property where the seller has never lived in the property. So essentially, this is very hard to apply for him. So you must include some kind of addendum that basically states that he's never lived in the property. And that's what part of the transfer disclosure statement. All right. Deposit, number 8. Broker is authorized to accept and hold on seller's behalf any deposits to be applied to the purchase price. Do we do that here?
No. No trust fund.
We don't, okay. So 9A, disclosure, the seller acknowledged receipt of disclosure regarding real estate agency relations, Sierra form. AD, okay, I want you guys to pay attention. What comes with the form when you print the contract, it automatically has an X on it already. And you cannot take that out. So that's the form that the seller, all the additional forms, it is in there. Okay. Possible due agency is already in there. Okay, how does one confirm the agency? Let's go to 9D. It says confirmation. Broker shall confirm the agency relation described above or as modified in writing prior to or concurrent with seller's execution of purchase agreement. You must confirm the agency. You must confirm the agency. So if you get an offer without an agency, is that a confirmation of the agency, Michael? No. All right. So somehow find a way to confirm the agency. I know I got about 2 minutes. So potentially competing sellers and buyers. Seller understands that broker may have or obtain a listing on other properties, and that potential buyers may consider make offers on or purchase through broker property the same or as similar to seller's property. Sellers consent to broker representing of sellers and buyers of other properties before, during, and after the end of this agreement. Seller acknowledges and receives possible representation of more than one buyer or seller disclosure and considers Sierra form PRBS. Again, that the X is permanently in there, it is automatically in the contract. I think that's the time I have. I was hoping to get through it and give Machina a chance, but he's going to have to wait. What did you learn today?
It's closed.
It's close. Roberto, what did you learn today?
It's closed.
So,
get it right.
So, Michael, our disclosures are going to get really good.
Exactly.
Okay, so listen, go through this contract. You have questions, learn from it. I heard that the class at night is amazing. We have new class going. Jose gave me an amazing statement about it. Will, Efren, and Lena apparently bombed or crashed the party over here and stay after. So we're really happy about that. When you see some new people here at night, say hi to them. They're our prospective students, and, you know, just extend a hand out and say hi, welcome them, and have a great time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What's the next week?